Good morning, poppers. Say it back. Thank you. Welcome to Freshly Popped, a daily show examining pop culture headlines so you don't have to. Today is Wednesday, March 11th, 2026, and I'm Sequoia Holmes.
And I'm Ryan Graham.
And today we're losing it over leaked photos of Ariana Grande in her own private residence and Chappell Roan confronting the paparazzi in Paris. But first, we have some new updates about the shooting of Rihanna's house. So in addition to attempted murder charge, the shooter, Ortiz, has also been charged with 10 counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and 3 counts of shooting at an inhabited dwelling or camper, per the complaint. Ortiz's attorney, Deputy Public Defender Jamarcus Bradford, initially entered a plea of not guilty on her behalf during a Tuesday, March 10th court appearance, but withdrew it in favor of postponing arraignment until March 25th. If convicted as charged, Ortiz faces up to life in state prison. And then we have a quote. Quote, in that residence, Rihanna was there with her partner, her 3 children, her mother, and her 2 staff people representing 8 of the 10 counts of dealing with an assault with a semi-automatic firearm. In addition, Ms. Ortiz is accused of firing at a neighboring residence that had 2 additional individuals, and that's why there are 10 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm.
Makes
so
sense.
That's all we got in the curious case of Ivana Ortiz.
Wow, what a good title. I kind of love that. I will say, I also, there's like paparazzi videos or like aerial footage of like Rihanna and family like escaping so dramatic. Well, kind of dramatic, but yeah, leaving her home, which I'm like, damn, it sucks to like, you were at your home, you're having a normal day, and then all of a sudden like, we got to get out of here, and they scurried away on a private jet. I hope they're somewhere on an island, safe and away from all of that chaos.
Me too. I hope Barbados is nice to them, because I know that Rihanna's Bajan from Barbados and A$AP Rocky's family is from Barbados as well. So hopefully when they go home, they feel safe, warm, welcome, loved, and everybody rallies around them and everything is nice. So I hope that's what they did.
Yeah, just like a crazy time for them. I feel like Miss Ortiz, that's... Oof, yeah, a lot going on. I feel like, side note, Jamarcus Bradford, what a name for a lawyer.
Jamarcus,
come on. I was like,
yes,
come on.
Jamarcus, come on.
I assume he's black, I don't know, but it feels very ethnic.
I feel like it's barely an assumption.
Yeah,
I am gonna Google him.
Imagine a white man like with a short buzz cut. Like I kind of, is it a black man?
That would be quite insane.
It would be crazy. Yeah.
No picture pops up. I would have to look through. I have to look through LinkedIn, and I'm not.
But yeah, I'm like, that feels right. I was when it read that he pled not guilty for her. I was like, what? And then I'm like, oh, of course. I'm assuming Miss Ortiz does not think she's guilty, and he is just doing his job. But, right,
they need to find a plea deal. They need to find something, because like you need to tell her, like, hey, baby, you can't plead not guilty to this. Like,
I think
unless you want to go to jail, you can. It's up to you.
I think that lady does not see, again, I don't think she's rooted in the same reality we are, so I'm assuming he is doing his job, and she's like, I'm not guilty, and he's like, I guess that's what I got to do.
Honestly, they probably just need to like permanently 5150 her, like involuntary psychiatric hold her instead of prison. Like, prison doesn't feel like it'll be helpful for somebody in her mental state, but definitely some new medication and probably a lengthy involuntary hold. I think she has been on involuntary hold in Florida before, but I believe it was short. So go and give her some time.
You know what else makes me sad? Like, again, like all the kids involved, like obviously A$AP and Rihanna's children, but also Miss Ortiz has a child. It makes me sad for her, because I'm like, God, it's gotta suck to see your mom in a state of duress.
And imagine like everybody knows this is your mom too. Like, you're going to school in Florida because she's from Orlando. Your kid's going to school in Florida. You haven't seen your mom in a while because she lost custody of you. You're chilling with your dad, and then your mom's mugshot starts popping up. People are like, "Yo, isn't this your mom who like went and shot up Rihanna's house?" And you're just like, well, I guess. And it's just, can't be
especially because from the photos, the alleged photos of her child, she's old enough to know, which I'm like, damn, that kind of sucks. One person going and taking photo, or one person going outside of someone's home and invading celebrities' lives, and another people invading celebrities' lives over in Paris. Chappell Roan this week was at Paris Fashion Week enjoying a night out, and then she confronts the paparazzi outside of a restaurant. She turns the camera to the crowd as she is headed out to dinner. And in the clip, you hear Chappell Roan saying, "I'm just trying to go to dinner, and I've asked these people several times to get away from me." And then she turns the camera to one of the paparazzos, and she's like, "They're hiding their faces because they are ashamed. These people, these are the people who are completely disregarding my boundaries. I'm asking them to leave me alone and to stop following me and stop harassing me." At one point, one of the paparazzis, you hear them saying, it sounds like they're saying, "This is my first time seeing you," and then they say, "I'm happy to see you." And I think Chappell Roan, she heard the second one, and she goes, "Then go away." And the clips are going viral on the internet, and the internet has mixed reviews. Some of them are praising Chappell for setting her boundaries, and others are begging her to be freed from the shackles of fame. I'm kind of like, I fall somewhere in the middle. I do feel for Chappell, and I get that, like, being pursued, being chased, being like, we are only seeing a small portion of her life. We are seeing one moment that perhaps this is the 10th restaurant she's like, this is me just making up a story. Maybe she's gone to 10 restaurants, and every time she stops, she can't get in because they're a paparazzi. And the video we are seeing is the 10th one where she's like, "Fuck it, let's just go in because I have no other option." You know what I mean? And then she's turning the camera on them. Like, that is the world I love to believe is happening, because I feel like if this is just the first one and paparazzi are outside, sure, annoying, but also kind of like, that's, you know what I mean? I get it. I'm like, I want to be like, that's kind of the thing of fame, and like, you could easily also just walk by them. She's surrounded by security. I'm like, just make them move out of the way and walk by and say nothing. That is where my brain goes. I'm curious to what you think. You know what I mean?
To be fair, to be honest, I have not seen this footage.
I can pull it up.
So I have only to go on. Yeah, if you have it to pull up, go for it. But to go on, I only have what you've just said out of your mouth, the quotes from Chappell and what the paparazzi potentially said. Based on that, I'm not quite seeing a problem. And just historically, I will come forward and say I have been a Chappell Roan apologist in that I find her behavior appropriate, to say the least. Like, the way that she has historically behaved with paparazzi, or even on red carpets when she's gotten mad at the way that people spoken to her or anything like that, I'm like, yeah, okay. I found the video. I have it.
Okay, great.
Let me share my screen here.
It's like behind an ad.
No,
like,
you're totally, of course, it's behind an ad.
I'm like, Jesus
they
Christ.
love ad, child.
Yeah, pull it.
Now,
like,
let me see.
Let's watch.
Oh, why won't it let me? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Hi, Chappell.
Chappell. This is like the Paris. Beyonce, are you happy to be in Paris? It's very that, and I love it. Chappell. Yeah. Right, they're living for her.
This is what it's like. So I'm just trying to go to dinner, and I've asked these people several times to get away from me.
Please step to the side. Step to the side.
This person I've asked several times to go away, and they will not. They're hiding their face because they're ashamed. Because I've asked them. These are all the people that
Hi, baby.
are completely disregarding all of my boundaries. So this is, then go away. So I ask you, I'm asking kindly to please leave me alone and stop following me.
You can stop it.
Harassing me.
What are you wearing?
No, I'm not going to sign things.
Okay, Chappell, no problem. You have your choice, yeah.
If you're wondering how it is.
What are you wearing? Question this.
Right.
Chappell.
Chappell, can you sign for me, baby? Baby, you like they're living for her, and it's like, 'cause like you can hear the energy drop. Like she gets out of the car, everyone's excited to see her, and then she like pulls out her camera. This is what it's like, and a part of me feels like it's like, because I get it, you are probably annoyed, and she seems to be a touch of a curmudgeon in terms of like, she probably is a prickly person, which she has the right to be, but there's just like, I feel like she does not, the way she exists as a celebrity is new, and it is very, like, most people are a lot more gracious than she seems to be with paparazzi. Even people who are annoyed, like I think people seem to have gone to, because like even Justin Bieber has moments where he like is angry with the paparazzi, but it seems like they are more aggressive, and maybe this is her preventing that from happening. That's why I fall in the middle, because like she doesn't want it to get to the Justin Bieber level where they are like in front of your car, yada yada yada. But she seems to not have any level of like, you know what, I'll play the game, and I don't know. I have mixed feelings around that. I'm like, you know, any job has annoyances. And this particular situation that we're seeing seems more like an annoying paparazzi situation versus an aggressive or dangerous one. But again, I have not seen the rest of her day. Her day could have been way worse. I don't know what they could have done before.
Yeah.
She said they were following her, and I get that.
Right. I guess, I think, okay, I have a few thoughts. One, the reward for being exceptional at your job, at no other job except for entertainment, makes it okay for people to harass you. And so I think that expectation for celebrities, like it's like, oh, you've reached fame because people really resonate with what it is that you create. And so your reward for that now is harassment. That would never be acceptable at any other job.
And I
Go for it.
guess my thought there is, I don't think anyone becomes famous by accident. And so like I hear what you're saying in terms of your reward for being exceptional, but I'm like, if just making music was the goal, she would have stayed making music because it's not like she shifted the type of music she made to make it more popular. So so I'm saying like there was a level of I want fame. I want a different type of success, I should say. I'll say I want a different type of success.
Exactly.
And what I'm saying is that like I don't think you do that without having a desire for some level of notoriety, because otherwise you're just like you would be comfortable making music for a coffee shop.
I think all of that is very true. I think all of that is very true. But one, I think, okay, as someone who creates things that goes out into the world, my purpose for doing that is with the intention that one day I get paid enough to live very comfortably doing that. What Chappell Roan was doing before wasn't giving her that. So she had to switch in order to get to a different level of success, like you said. The fact that level of success, I don't think anybody wants to be harassed. I don't think that there's a single celebrity that's like, you know what, this feels really good. I think there are certain celebrities that like
love it. Yeah.
They love the paparazzi, love the limelight.
Call them.
But I think for the average person, it's like, yeah, I would love if you left me alone. And if it's like, if you know that I am Chappell Roan and you know, as a paparazzi for a fact, I don't like you. I've made that abundantly clear. I do not like paparazzis. I feel like it's almost preemptive that you leave me the heck alone. And by not, for me, my opinion is you are already stepping on our boundaries because you know they exist. You are aware of it, and you as a human are determining, I don't care about that human's boundaries. I'm going to stand here anyways. And so if what she's saying is true in the video, and she has already told this person to leave me alone, if I just as a human being have asked you as a human being to leave me alone, I'm thinking about me, Sequoia, Unfamous, have asked any human being, hey, can you actually leave me alone? And they don't leave me alone, I am being harassed. Like, I'm actually being harassed.
I think you are correct. And I understand that. And my whole thought is, but being famous obviously makes that a little different. And you are still being harassed. And I'm not, or she's still being harassed. If I've asked you to leave me alone, you haven't. I guess my thought is that it's the then making the extra step of like consistently becoming a martyr of like, this is what it's like. Like, I'm even like literally even that line is like, I think that's where people get like, well, girl, like, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but like also like, because it felt the energy was very like, I am in the middle of Dubai right now, and like, you mean like it feels like you know, it gives you the energy of like influencers going to places and being like, it's so hard, but it's like when influencers fly to a island that they know a hurricane is happening, and they're like, oh my god, I'm trapped in my hotel, and it's like, well, girl, why are you there? And like, so listen here, because I'm like, I get it, you being harassed at your home, horrible, and like you, like people going to your parents, all those things, obviously, like even beyond being famous. But I'm like, if I know I am Chappell Roan, I'm here at Paris Fashion Week, I know the like restaurants are gonna be a little bit more like annoying. Let me call ahead. Can I come through the back door? This is a street. Like, you mean, I'm like, what arrangements can I make to where I do not have to interact with him? And then if I can't, it is like, all right, I also know I don't want to deal with paparazzi. I know they don't give a fuck. Unfortunately, I'm just not going to go to that restaurant because that's annoying. I don't want to deal with that. And or I'm just going to walk past him. Because you know what else? Like, she has security. This video would not exist if she would have gotten out of the car and immediately walk past him. I'm not asking you anything. I'm not telling you no. There's like a clip of Lady Gaga going around right now where she's like,
I saw it.
I spent a lot of money on security and no one bothers me. And I'm like, obviously this was a different time, and like Lady Gaga is literally referential to fame all the time. So I think her thoughts on fame are different than Chappell Roan, but I think there are other ways to deal with this than like making yourself a martyr. And I feel like standing up on red carpets makes way more sense because I'm like, I am literally at work and you're not going to talk crazy to me while I'm at work. In this situation, walk by. You know what I mean? And also because you've already made it clear that you don't want to be talking to them. Like, you've already said your thing. Why make a video and make a spectacle when you could just walk by? You see what I'm saying? That's where
I think that's where by walking by, because that's what most celebrities do. That's what most celebrities have historically done, is walk by and ignore. I think we normalize it when we do that. Like, I think it's like, oh, okay. I think we have all, as a society, we have deeply normalized the dehumanization of celebrities. And I think expecting them to behave how we want them to behave when they are feeling harassed, even if it is like, fame changes this thing. Does it change it from my internal nervous system? No, it doesn't. So, and at the end of the day, I am still a human. And it's like, we are forgetting that, like, these are human beings. Like, these are just human beings. Like, her not liking it and being very vocal about that. Okay. Like, I can't find why we keep being like, I can't find why we keep trying to make her this like bad person or like this. Not even, I'm not saying you necessarily, but I have seen the internet do that for sure. Like, try to make her out to be like this. Just like you're like, they want you to be grateful for your harassment. It's egregious. I'm so sorry. Like, it's so silly.
I guess my thought is like, it's like hearing your friend complain about their job all the time and then doing nothing but complain to change it. And it's like, I don't want to hear you complain about this anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is the way it comes across to me.
So you know what she does?
Quit your job.
You know what she's doing to change it? You know what she's doing to change it?
Complaining.
This is what she's doing, because nobody else will. Nobody else will say anything. Everybody else grins and bears it, and she is not. She would like to see the standard change at her job, so she is on the front lines and changing that, but nobody else is. And therefore, she looks crazy when everybody else is just unhappy and talks about being unhappy with this experience and has for decades at that.
I don't know. I feel like I feel for her. It just feels very like, all right. Like, there's just a level of, I don't know. I knew we weren't going to fall on the same side of this. I do feel for her, and I do think the harassment is obviously bad. Obviously bad. I mean, like, obviously bad.
Sure.
It's like, I'm like, obviously no one should be harassed. This particular video, it just feels a little like, it does not seem like it's worth the squeeze to me. I think, and then like, I just am like, this feels like there are annoying things at your job.
Here's another take that I have.
I don't know. Please, yeah.
Here's another take that I have. And I say we meaning most of us, like you listening to this, you, Ryan, me, Sequoia, as people who have never been famous,
sure,
I'm really happy to take the accounts of people who have been both not famous and then famous, tell me what their experience is with that shift. You know what I mean? So like, because again, we've heard celebrities complain about paparazzi behavior for as long as paparazzis have existed. We watched Princess Diana die behind paparazzi chasing her. You know what I mean? Like, people have actually been harmed in these circumstances. I'm willing to take, as someone who has never experienced anything close or similar, a Chappell Roan being like, I don't like this. This is bad. And me being like, heard you, girl. I believe you. You know, like, even if it doesn't look bad to me, even if it doesn't look bad to me, even if I'm looking at this circumstance and I'm like, they seem like they were living for you. Like, they seem like they were having a good time, like they're happy to see you. If you tell me, as the only person that has been famous among the two of us, nah, that shit not cute. Okay. Heard you. My bad.
I don't know. I guess I think two things can be true, because I agree. I'm like, I agree. I get that. I'm like, I hear you. That seems like not great. Wouldn't want to do it. I don't know.
What's the other thing that's true?
I also, I think your response seems not great. Like, I don't know. It just seems, I'm trying to think of the way to say this. It makes me feel, we might cut this. The energy behind it gives white woman playing victim. It 100%, and it might be it might be a level of like watching because I'm like I am a black man from Missouri. I know how white women operate, specifically white women from Missouri, and it falls into a oh my God, I'm a victim, and it gives that energy, and I think that is why I personally am like, I hear you. I know that this is probably hard, but I'm like, I also know how white women cry and use white. She's not using white tears, literal white tears, but it gives white tear energy, and that is what irks me about it. I'm like, okay, something about it gives. You know what I mean? It gives that, and I'm like,
you know what? And
that's
I think
annoying.
I think as a woman, and again, we can cut this if you aren't comfortable with this whole segment. Yeah. I think as a woman who, I go on long walks by myself twice a week or so. I try. The fact that I am always looking over my shoulder, I need to keep one headphone off, like whatever. If a man looks at me too long in the car, I'm going to turn around to make sure that he drives the heck away. As a woman, you're constantly hyper vigilant of being followed, of being harassed, of like, anything like that happening, because it could happen at any point. So Chappell, it has happened and does happen all the time. So I think Chappell, it might have different context there, existing as a woman for her whole life, and it's like, and it's typically men that are paparazzi too, so it's like, this is, I could imagine it being lightly triggering if you've ever had any outstanding circumstance where a man made you uncomfortable in public that you did not know. I could imagine it being a little bit like, I asked this man to get away from me and he won't. And that's and that is the baseline of what's happening. This man in front of me, I said, get away from me. He didn't. And that just feels trash. Like as any woman, I'm like, that's trash. And so I'm always, when I see women specifically have an issue with Chappell, I'm like, with the way that she acts, I'm like, you guys are weird. Like, what do you mean? She doesn't want to be harassed by a man. She doesn't want to be harassed. It's these men that's yelling at her on the red carpet. It's all these people yelling at her on the carpet. She doesn't want to be harassed. What's the problem? Like, I'm actually struggling to find it. And you know what it is? And I don't think this is true for you, Ryan. I really don't think it's true for you. I really do think it is jealousy. I think a lot of issues that we have with celebrities, even with the Timothée Chalamet thing, with the Doja Cat. So we recently had a clip go viral about when we were talking about Doja Cat's lipedema. And when I look at the comments under that clip, it is just people being like, I'm never going to forget about her racial chat rooms. I'm never going to. You want to hold people to their worst moment so bad because you are jealous of the heights people have been able to reach when all you have been able to reach is typing comments under their stuff. That's it. You know what I mean? I think jealousy is really rampant, and we dehumanize celebrities because we can't see ourselves in them, because we cannot imagine us reaching that level of success. You problem. Not a me problem. That's fair. Not a you problem, Ryan. But not a me problem. I know what you mean. Yeah. Because I'm like, I guess like because like there is a like obviously when we think of these things or watch these videos of anyone, you obviously put yourself in it, and I guess there is a part of me that's like, if I didn't like something, like, and I'm not considering me being a man is just different. If I didn't like the paparazzi, I would ignore it. That is my. But that is true. That is who you are. That is who you are. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just gonna move by it and like think nothing of it. And so like, yes, it is hard for me to be like, I'm not the thought of stopping and filming a whole thing feels. I would never. I would just be like, I'm not talking to you. Like, and like that is how I would handle it. Like, and so it is hard for me to put myself in the. Ooh, I'm just not a very complainy person. You're not. You're not a confrontational person in general
at all. No, I'm just like, I'll just move on. I'm like, whatever. Like, move on and never speak. Like, I will.
But some of us are confrontational.
Yeah, I guess my thought is because you're right, and I think the same way people have the right to confront. Others' responses have the right to respond the way they respond. And I think that is the cost risk analysis of being confrontational, is that people aren't going to like it. And then thus, if there are repercussions for people not liking your behavior, that is the, cost benefit to being confrontational. You know what I mean? And like that, I feel like
it don't have nothing to do with you. Like, I'm not confronting you. It don't have nothing to do with you. Your thought on me confronting somebody who is harassing me is crazy. Like think about that statement. Like
Is it? I don't know.
you're annoyed
why
that
not?
I confronted somebody who harassed me. You have
Sure.
the audacity to feel irritated
Why not?
that I confronted
Why
somebody
not?
who was making me uncomfortable.
Why not? I'm saying why not? I hear what you're saying.
I'm saying
and
I see that it
I'm like,
actually
why not?
exists. I think it is ridiculous. I think the entirety of it is ridiculous. I think we are holding new celebrities to these antiquated, unfair, totally unjust standards of what a celebrity should be, and Chappell is out there on the front line shifting that. And as we saw with Ariana Grande on the red carpet, nope, it was Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter on the red carpet,
She's like, you guys are quiet today.
she said, "Oh, Chappell got y'all in shape. Like y'all are quiet. Like you can tell." She felt it. She felt that shift. Yeah, you're welcome. That your coworker who is heavy on going to HR makes the workplace better for everybody, even if it gives her a bad reputation in said workplace. You're welcome because everybody benefits.
And I guess my thought is like it's going back to the workplace analogy. Often, though, the squeaky wheel. I guess it'll change things. They often don't get the promote. Like my thing is like again, maybe I'm thinking like long term. I'm like, you might also be the one who like, and maybe that's what she wants. You like get pushed to the side, and then like a Sabrina Carpenter is like pushed even higher. You know what I mean? And like, so it's like maybe it's at your own risk of like losing things, which she doesn't.
It's
seem
just
to be.
so crazy. As we've seen paparazzi do wild stuff to women so long. It's just it is so crazy that people are like, you should just accept the paparazzi. The same paparazzi that when Britney was having her mental break didn't give that Britney was having a mental break, that she had to hit with an umbrella. The same paparazzi was taking pictures up girls' skirts in the early 2000s. And when they were trying to get out of car, Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan, you know what I mean? Like, these people historically don't care about girls, and this girl suddenly is like, I don't like this. And y'all are like, what the? You need to grin and bear because Britney had to do it, and she had a mental break. Lindsay Lohan had a drug problem.
Truly,
like, Paris Hilton had eating disorders, was snatched out of her own house. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, hold on.
There's so much going on.
That is true, but that is separate from her.
No, but it was because she was like out of control, and they felt like that you know what I mean? Which I'm sure in part is the way that she is painted by the paparazzi. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what you do as a woman, you can't win. It doesn't matter what you do as a woman, you can't win. It's like you grin and bear it. It's like you take the Beyonce approach, and then people are like, we don't know nothing about you. Like,
but that's great. You don't. I love that. No,
it's not. You like that. So many people do not like that. Me included. I am one of those people that's like,
oh, I love it.
Speak up. Speak up.
Again,
what do you think about anything?
I'm like, here. I love it.
I'm like, tell me what you think about anything.
Why?
Because you're a human, and I want you to.
But this is the same thing we just said about Chappell Roan, or people having opinions about Chappell Roan's thing. I'm like, why do we need Beyonce's opinions? Why do we need Chappell Roan's opinions on anything? I am on the camp of I don't care if you are a celebrity. If your thing is music, give me music. I don't actually ever need to hear anything else about it. I love a celebrity who like,
so if that's true,
talk about it.
Why does Chappell have to put up with the paparazzi?
But that's my thing, is like, walk by. That's why my thing falls in. It's not necessarily grin and bear it. You don't have to smile. To me, I'm like, literally treat them like dust. That is where my brain goes. It's like, this is dust. Like,
so then they just keep doing it because they think nothing is wrong.
No, I feel like because if you don't give them a photo, you don't ever stop and do it. My thought is like,
they still take your photo.
I guess, but my thought is, I'm like, I at this point think they know they're going to get a reaction out of her, and now they have a viral clip. Now, you know what I mean? I'm like, to me, I'm like,
so say she just, again, nothing changed. It doesn't matter what she does. If she walks by, they get the photo. She's annoyed. She's grinning and bearing it at the end of the day. Yes.
I guess I just don't. I think we're just not going to agree on that. I'm like,
we're not
because I'm like, I'm literally walking, and I mean, there are things you can do to make pictures unsellable. Like they can't sell flip off photos. They can't. And so I'm just like, you can always do those things. I feel like because I agree. I do agree that she is correct in like wanting her personal space protected and deserves that right. I am like, you have security. They are creating a movement for you. You walk by. That is.
You think it's unrealistic that people should respect that?
I think taking a photo of you walking by is not the same as I am in your personal space. But again, I understand that this is a male privilege of like, I don't understand what it's like to be followed and feel that. So I recognize that, and like, I literally do not have the emotional feeling of like being scared out and about, so it's hard for me to connect to that. And so I'm saying, if that is how she feels, then yes, she has a right. Obviously, but I'm like, do you have security? That's where my brain is like, you have security right there.
So then if you think that taking a picture is not a problem, I'm curious to what you think about this next thing. If you think that taking a picture is not...
bet.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, it is... taking it's
but I think these situations are go for it, because these are wholly
obviously
separate
I understand the difference between public and private, and that is where but what you just said was that you don't think that invading the personal space is the same thing as taking a picture.
And I think the next subject, because I'm like, the next subject I think also invades personal space.
But I'm just saying that those are the words that you said.
I think
invading personal space is taking a picture is much more acceptable than being physically close to Chappell Roan. You're saying if she wants her personal space respected, fine, but they're gonna take a picture of you as you walk by, even if you don't want that. That's fine. Is what you're saying. Is what you're saying.
You're trying to goad me into a thing, and I'm saying
that's what you said.
No, because now I'll clarify my statement. I do think that if the fear that she is coming from is like, you all are invading my personal space, if that is what she is stating as her issue, I think by having security, they were not invading your personal space. It is annoying that you as a celebrity are having your photo taken in public, and yes, I get that that's annoying, but I do think that is a part of the job.
She asked him to go away.
Public.
She didn't say move back. Sure. She said go away.
And also, but we're not gonna follow the same side. I'm saying go away, but I'm also right here. Like, because I'm like, it would be one thing if I was like, get away from me, and then I keep moving. Like, I'm also being right here with you. We're not gonna agree. I think I
don't even know what you mean at this point. Anyways, in other news,
saying go away and standing right next to you, like, I'm like, I also can go away from this situation. Why would I not leave when I'm trying to go to dinner?
Because you're here to harass me. I'm not here to harass you. I'm here to go to dinner.
Okay. But you're here to go to dinner, but you're not going. Go to dinner.
I am going. I'm also telling you. Stop doing this as I'm going to dinner, and we see her enter the restaurant and go to dinner.
Standing right
but we
here,
see her enter the restaurant and go to dinner. Yes, nothing changes if everybody does that.
I'm again, but I'm saying all of it, like, just I get we're
nothing changes. Nobody does that, and that is true. If everybody does that, if everybody walks by and ignores, nothing changes. They do the same thing.
I don't know that it's changing now. I'm like,
as we saw with Sabrina, it is changing
on the red carpet. But I'm like, this. Okay,
I'm just saying similar thing.
I'm like,
we do have to move on. This is going to be a long episode, clearly. Okay, so a rando took and posted pictures of Ariana Grande during her private watch party of RuPaul's Drag Race without her consent. So the pictures appear to feature Ariana Grande's private residence. I've seen some reports say that it's the apartment she shares with Ethan Slater. She's not looking at the camera in any of these pictures. The man's TikTok is at FR4NQU1S, which I think is Frankus. And allegedly, he was Frankie Grande's, Ariana Grande's brother, his plus one. So he also allegedly went live afterward to spill some quote unquote tea, in his own words, about Ariana Grande. So he claims that she likes Maddie Ziegler, quote, because they both have eating disorders. That's what I heard from the back end, end quote. He got huge backlash from the back end. I assume he means from Ariana Grande while he was at this watch party, but I don't know exactly what he means by that. Mm-hmm. He got huge backlash after posting the photos online. They were also live photos, so I hear. Mm-hmm. I couldn't verify that for myself, but allegedly they were live photos, just to prove that they were real and not AI generated or anything like that. He got huge backlash after posting the photos and then privated his account.
It's so weird to me. Like, you know when people say, like, clout chasing? This is that. Like, I think there are other things people do that are annoying.
This is deeply clout chasing.
Yes, like, this is by definition clout chasing, because I'm like,
absolutely,
literally, you took a photo of Ariana Grande at her house. Not like, I am friends with her, we're hanging out. Even if it was like, I'm hanging out at her house and we have a photo together, still clout chasey, but different.
Definitely.
Instead of like making friends with this girl, like actually talking to her, like, you're like, I'm gonna spend my time sneaking photos. Yes, and I obviously I know we're not gonna go back to the Chappell Roan thing. This is different because I'm like, you are in my home. You are a guest in my home. You have invaded not invaded. I welcomed you into my private space under the pretense of like, okay, we are all sharing community together, and you broke that that trust. You broke that my privacy, and I think that is different than being in public. But that is not the point of this conversation. Also, of course, it's Frankie Grande's friend. Like, God, I'm like, this makes Frankie Grande is the most WeHo gay of all gays. Literally, like, I'm like, of course you do. Of course you have this. This looks like a little white twink man. No offense to white twinks. This feels like the Frankist, the one who is friends with Frankie, feels like a white twink who's like high on ketamine, and he was like, you know what, I'm about to go take some photos in Ariana Grande's house. The girls are gonna eat down. I'm like, I hate it. Because even if I saw this photo from you, what does it say? What does it say about you? It is loser. It's big loser energy. It says nothing about you.
Loser, Frankist. Oh my God, I hate to tell you, you are such a loser. Because yeah, you're sitting in Ariana Grande's home. She's sitting there, her comfy clothes on the couch, her man laying by her side, chilling, and you're sneaking photos. Oh my God.
Like, whack. It's so whack.
It's so whack. And I know Frankie, if this really is his +1, because all this is really alleged,
right,
is so embarrassed. I know Frankie Grande must be so embarrassed that he brought this man that like, you not only took the photos, it's one thing to take the photos. Show them to your friends. Have them in your camera roll.
Group chat, girl. Like,
what did you think was going to happen when you posted these online? What did you think was going to happen when you post? People were going to be there's first of all, there's nothing interesting in the photos. There's 5 pictures. All of them are just Ariana Grande sitting, looking exactly how we always see her look. Nothing was special about the photos.
It's basically, if you just in this moment right now, take a beat. Imagine a beige house. Imagine a big TV that you can't see and a glow on Ariana Grande's face, and she's joyously watching Drag Race.
Literally.
Whatever you have in your head is what the photo is.
That is exactly what it is.
You can imagine it. There is nothing else to it. It is a white room, TV glowing, Ariana Grande. That is
quite literally. She's sitting there with this smile.
Yeah.
It's her profile. She's watching Drag Race. She's having a good time.
The fact that in your imagination you can't see what she looks like, that's the same with this photo. You barely understand the imagery of Ariana Grande. That's what the photo is. It's nothing.
Don't know what you're looking at.
Frankist, what do you think I'm gonna like, oh, bitch, are you at Ariana? Like, what, like, and even if that is, I'm like, ... I'm gonna comment on that for 24 hours because it's in your story, and then I'm gonna move on because there's nothing else to it. It doesn't matter.
And then going live afterward, and like saying she likes Maddie Ziegler because they both have eating disorders. That's what I heard from the back end. Even when you're watching the footage of him say that, he seems miserable. Like, he seems like a miserable person. Like, you can, like, he's like, yeah, I gave you this information because somebody named Gogurt had something to say. What
does that even mean?
As in, like I guess somebody on his live, somebody commented on the live, like saying like didn't believe him or something, and so to prove it, he had to give a little piece of tea, spill some tea about Ariana Grande. Again, this is the dehumanization of celebrity. You don't think that is a human being. She is sitting there in her house. You don't think that is a human being. Even if it is true that she said, I like Maddie Ziegler because she has an eating disorder. You didn't think for a second, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should not repeat that out loud about this human being.
Also, my thought there is like, this human said this in front of you, and even if she did say this, that sentence sounds like a joke. In a world where she said it does sound like a joke. Like, and I guess there's a world where it's not. All those things. Because this human said it, you didn't think, hey, are you okay? I think that would have been a better way to respond to that, to Ariana. Be like, oh, hey, I don't think you should say that.
All you can see is her as a come up. All you can see is how you can use her against her will to get what you want.
Which
that is nasty, you guys. Like, that's nasty.
Followers? Yeah, I don't understand.
You just want some attention. It's not it. You just want some attention. It's nasty. Do something. Do something with your life. Learn something from this. Instead of being a leech on other people who actually do something, why don't you do something?
Yeah, it feels wholly unnecessary. It feels wholly invasive. And then I'm like, Ariana's like, fuck, no one else is coming over. Like, Frankie, 100%. You are also
now I can't have a watch party for a show that I really enjoy with my brother.
I'm like, God, right? I'm saying my brother, and then again, you're right. Frankie probably feels because it's like literally this is my sister, my actual sister, and like one of my friends.
And I probably thought you were cool, you know. Like I'm like, I invited you over because I'm like, we're gonna go watch. We watch Drag Race every week. Ariana loves it. She's having a watch party. Do you want to come watch it with us?
It's crazy to think. You, for wanting a little bit of attention, you were Frankist, not Frankie.
Right.
For getting 5 seconds of people commenting on your live, you have now forever ruined whatever actual friendship you could have had with Ariana
With
Grande.
Frankie and Ariana Grande.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, but maybe in the world you were only friends with Frankie because you wanted to be friends with Ari, which is also weird in something. But maybe that was the goal, was always to get in Ariana Grande's house. You finally made it. You stalked what bars Frankie Grande went to for months. You sat outside of the Abbey. You got roofied a couple times at the Abbey because you were like, I'm gonna meet Frankie Grande and I'm gonna become friends with him because one day he's gonna take me to Ariana Grande. That's what you did. That was your whole plan. And
he's gonna take me to Ariana Grande like it's heaven.
I'm saying you spent years. You've been in WeHo wandering the streets for years, and finally it happened, and then you squandered it. 5 years of work, so you could post on live, and instead, like I'm saying, that was what a dumb thing to do.
And talk about Ariana Grande's alleged eating disorder.
So dumb.
Are
it's
you
so whack.
okay?
It's so weird.
You are just the biggest loser.
I agree.
The biggest loser, and not in the winning way.
Weight lost, right? And you didn't lose no pounds, no pounds were lost.
God.
But yeah, it's such a weird thing.
Speaking of getting roofied at the Abbey, did you hear about Lisa Rinna?
I know.
Yeah,
and she's
getting
suing
roofied
them.
at the Abbey. She's suing them.
Yeah, girl. There's a whole.
Oh, good.
She's like,
I know about getting roofied at the Abbey.
Yeah, but that's like a whole thing. I was like, have you ever been? Have we gone to the?
Yeah, I've been to the Abbey a few times.
Did we go together? Have we gone together?
I don't think so. Question mark. I don't think so.
I do not like the Abbey.
But I actually don't. I don't like the Abbey. And the places that I did, roofies aside, I don't like the Abbey. And the places that I did like on that strip is it on Santa Monica? Are gone.
Santa Monica,
they didn't make it past the
COVID took
the pandemic. Yeah.
Rip to Flaming Saddles because that
Flaming Saddles is great.
Shit.
I like Trunks.
Trunks is still there.
Oh, good.
I have not been to WeHo in a while.
I feel like it might be new management or something, but yeah.
The last time I went, which
it was black.
It was sometime last year. It's still black.
Oh, good.
It depends on what night you go, but like on the weekends, it is like the only black bar on WeHo. Like they play like Destiny's Child and like early 2000s like black kids, and it's black as WeHo kids.
Was in Flaming Saddles, and I heard a club mix of Mary Marys. Get the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I've never felt that feeling in my life. I had pure euphoria coming off my body.
You know, they turned it into a karaoke bar. It's called Mic Drop now. Like that, just like this week was announced.
Well, that's fun.
Like, I know. I mean, I wonder if it'll be open room, but that space is so big. I imagine it'll be private rooms. But Flaming Saddles, rip. They have one in New York. I think they used to. I don't know if it's still there, but
I wonder if we'll
see what Mic Drop turns into. Yeah. But yeah, stop taking pictures of celebrities in their home.
What'd you say?
Of celebrities in their home. You heard what I said.
But it's okay if they're outside.
To me, I think you are. I think you walking outside. I think you walking into a restaurant
enables your harassment.
Week,
okay.
You know what? Hey, I don't think. I think there is a level of harassment. I don't think walking in the restaurant. I'm thinking this through. I'm trying to find it.
I'm finding it.
I'm trying to find it. It doesn't take that long. It does. While I find it, keep the conversation going. Let us know what you think.
I see you never found it.
Curious to hear. I'm still trying to find it.
Okay.
But while we do, follow us on all of our social pages at Freshly Popped. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and rate us 5 stars on Spotify. And we will keep this conversation going with you. We'll see you tomorrow. You've been popped.